Now, Danish officials say the killing of two Scandinavian women in Morocco appears to have been a terrorist act. The bodies of a Danish and a Norwegian woman were found on Monday in the high Atlas Mountains, where they'd been on a camping holiday. The video apparently showing the beheading of one of the women has been linked to so-called Islamic State. 3 suspects have been arrested in Morocco. Here's the Danish Prime Minister.
There are still dark powers that with violence will kill our values, threaten our society and the way we live our life. That makes me angry. But it also makes me determined that we must never give in and must never yield. So let me make one thing completely clear. We Danes will not compromise with our open society and our life. These are values which are rooted in us. They are values which we must protect.
Hadya Alawi told me more. She's from BBC Arabic.
So these 2 women have been murdered on Monday in their tent while they were camping, and it's told by the local media that these men were actually camping nearby waiting for an opportunity. They found them with wounds in their neck, and there has been a video actually circulating today around on social media which apparently shows one of the women being killed, murdered, and one of the men carrying out the murder screaming that this is for revenge for our brothers in Hadya, which is a small city. It was the last stronghold of IS in Syria and the eastern side of Syria, and it was recently retaken by the US troops. So they're investigating the video. They're trying to find out whether it's, it's legitimate or not.
It has been a very long time since there was a jihadist attack in Morocco, hasn't it?
Yeah, indeed. It's been actually since 2003 when there was a bombing in Casablanca which killed 30 people. That's the last time we saw something from an Islamist group attack happen in Morocco, which actually is a relatively safe country compared to neighboring countries. So it doesn't have a strong base for IS, but however, we've seen, this ideology travel quite far around. It doesn't necessarily mean that it needs a base for it in the country. It's sometimes just individuals who carry the ideology who are waiting for the right opportunity to act upon it.
And why is it, do you think, that Morocco hasn't suffered from the scourge of IS like some other countries in the neighbourhood?
I think it's to do with the way that its government has actually dealt with it. Early on, it kind of implemented very strict rules specifically about the Moroccans who went to Syria and Iraq and tried to come back. It was estimated that in 2015 around 1,600 Moroccans have joined the jihadi group IS. So it had very strict rules about them coming back, and I think it's just the way it dealt with all the turbulences that happened in Morocco early on when there was the Arab Spring happening in neighboring countries. The way it just dealt with it was quite differently to neighboring countries, and it was very good at calming it down.
Hadya Alawi.